I'm back. It's time for part 2. So I kind of cheated on you guys a little bit. There was a smaller bag and it looked like it was a lot of the same stuff. So I just looked through it real quick just so this isn't a super long video. And it was like a ton of these. Literally, I think it was like 10 of these in different letters. And then it was also more sewing needles because I just don't need any more sewing needles. And then this weird little sewing kit. So I just went through that. And also there were a bunch of these that apparently had gotten stuck together. So they were useless. So I threw them away. But now there's this bag within a bag. So let's start going through it. And I'm going to start with this. Never good. So let's see what's, oh, okay. All right. So in this bag is a Steelers patch. Okay. Simplicity baseball patch. Okay. Soccer patches that are a peel off back and they haven't been used. And then the New Jersey Nets. This is also iron on. I can feel it. Oh, you know, there's a real medical theme going on here because here is a Dr. Teddy Bear. He is actually super cute. And yeah, your stethoscope. So interesting. Okay. Ooh. All right. There's one of these. And then looky here. All right. I'm just going to dump this bag and we'll take a look at what is in here. Oh, wow. These are tons and tons of appliques that are Tigger and Piglet and SpongeBob and more poo, some Christmas candy. I'm just kind of sorting out these as I'm going along. More SpongeBob, more Winnie the Pooh, more Winnie the Pooh, and then there's some actual like heavier duty patches that are like a crab. What you really need for your ugly sweater, right? Balls, Christmas balls. Oh, look, here's the other two. More SpongeBob, more Winnie the Pooh, little Christmas gifts. Really tiny Christmas gifts. And then more patches. And another patch. And another patch. And another patch. And more patches. Lots of patches. Lots of poinsettia patches. Little Christmas gifts. We got 2 sets of little Christmas gifts. So I'll put all these together as a lot. Someone will use them for probably an ugly sweater. Another absolutely tiny Christmas gift. And then, ooh, oh, wow. Okay, obviously somebody repaired it, but wow, the eye of the tiger. And then, oh, apparently tigers are a theme in this particular bag. And this is one of those meshy jewelry bag things. Okay, ready? Now we're going to dump the big bag. And this actually is already looking scary because as I'm dumping it, little pieces of things are falling out. Like I just saw more patches. Yay! Whoa, lots of crap in here. Lots of stuff falling out. Okay, we're just going to put that on the floor. So, okay, first thing I see is another one of these. That's good. An unused glue stick. Another one. Another one. More of this blingy, you know, do these people not have the bedazzler? Does everybody remember the bedazzler from the 70s? Oh, look at this. How bitchin'. Guitar. Spare buttons. I can always use them. More bedazzling, man. These are iron-on rhinestone studs. Little teeny satin flowers by O'Fray. Don't know who that is. Another patch. It's very odd. Like, I feel like this is, because there's so much of certain things, that this is like, ooh, buttons. These are actually really pretty. Look at them. They're not vintage, but look at how cute they are. Just like little black buttons. Kind of sparkly. Little tiny accent bows. More pre-made flowers, but black. So part of me is like, should I keep these? Is there a Halloween theme going on here that I should know about? Okay, so there's 3 of these, and they are red, white, and blue. Hold on. One of them has stuff stuck to it. But we have red, white, and blue stars. They're iron-on. A pig patch. It's got iron-on stuff on it too. More of these weird little accent things. Oh, this is interesting. You put this, I guess, on, it's showing a t-shirt or a sweatshirt on the back, so. Oh, another set of those buttons. Actually, that's not bad. I can sell these together as a set. That's not bad at all. I have no idea how old these are. These are made in Italy. That's not super cheap. And they are very pretty. I mean, they're plastic, but they're very pretty, aren't they? Okay. Oh, I guess this goes with the heart. And there's another one that's white. Another soccer ball. More of this bedazzles. Oh man, I'm going to have a whole lot of this to sell. More of this stuff. Okay, and then there's some stuff that got loose in here. So I'm going to have to deal with those because they're obviously, yeah, here's the bag that they go in. And then more accents. More bedazzling, guys. More red hearts, and it's got another piece of the candy stuff stuck to it. Something that says Rex. Another red heart. More bedazzling. Another, okay, now this is not an iron-on. This is like a regular nets one. And I'm looking down, and I got to tell you guys, there's a whole mess of tigers in front of me, but this is pretty awesome. Flyers, yeah. All right, more accent, and look, it's got something stuck to it. Then a bunch of these that obviously came out of their little container. They're like the stick-on rhinestones, again with the bedazzling. I don't know what we're bedazzling, but more Eye of the Tiger. I'm not sure why we have so many tigers. I'm thinking there was a sports team, maybe. And then this is, again, I don't know why they keep doing this. This is like so fun. And man, they like the Nets. This is the third. Okay, first of all, the New Jersey Nets aren't even that great of a basketball team, but why there are 3 patches is beyond me. All right, another tiger without his eyes bedazzled. And then his brother, who also does not have his eyes bedazzled. Oh, and there's a... Wait, there's another bag. Because we didn't have enough of the first bags. So let's see what's in this bag, shall we? Okay, tons of little tiny beads, which I will never use. A whole bag of these kind of, yeah, they're like 60s applique flowers. More of these stick-on things, again, out of their bag. Another religious patch. We can go with the JC patch over there. And then, oh, this is horrible. A poodle. For your poodle's card, apparently. And then more iron-on art appliques. More tiny fake flowers. Oh boy. Oh, and we just have a plethora sitting over here of tiny fake flowers. Just tons and tons of them, because why not put little fake flowers on everything you own? And more. Oh, and another guitar patch. Remember the first one we saw? And more of these stick-on accents. I'm assuming these are for something like, I don't know, mood boards? Maybe scrapbooking? More fake flowers. These are like made from beads. Accent piece. Accent piece. Little red, white, and blue stars. I think there's a blue one over here. Oh, another red star. Like I said, I'm going to sell all these in lots. What are these? These are just gems. Gem beads. Kind of cool looking. Not my style. More of this accent wear. Here are the little small red, white, and blue stars. Here's another large red, white, and blue star. And some little, here's another small white one. These, there's a bag over here that they came out of. See, there's a whole bunch of them. They need to go back in. And then, because we didn't have enough little fake satin flowers from the other million bags. Oh, and these are all loose. Ugh, why did I do that? Okay. So guys, I'm not even going to show you all of them because most of them are loose, but basically, let me suffice to say that they're like this, right? And oh, and they also include these teeny tiny little bows and these teeny tiny little bows. And look, a whole nother bag of flowers. Yeah, so this is going to end up being like a hellish evening of sorting for me to go through all these and then put them into new bags. And I mean, it's all basically the same stuff like we already see, right? Put them in their new bags and just, they're going to go up on Etsy. If anybody's interested, they're going up on Etsy. And yeah, so that was less eventful than the first one. The first one was definitely more interesting, had more sewing stuff. I don't know. I guess there are people that like this stuff. Not my thing. Really not my thing. I mean, the most exciting thing in here was this. I'll be able to sell this online to some Flyers fan who's like, oh, yeah, you know, I'll just like go see what the price is of one of these new and then I'll just sell it for, you know, half as much or whatever. But that was my video. And, you know, I'm just going to keep looking through this pile of tiny, tiny little dress things. Just so much of this that no one needs and I will never use. Oh, here we go. These are like bindies. I could stick one on my forehead, but we're not gonna. All right, so that was it, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. And I'm gonna put a link down below. I yesterday decided to start a new Facebook page because I'm really missing traveling. And when I travel, I have this weird thing. And my ex-boyfriend and I both had this weird thing, but we like to go to places that have been there, you know, like you ever hear about these places like, oh yeah, it was built back in the 20s and they never really did the interior over. They just kind of like updated here and there and it still like looks exactly like it did when they built it in the 20s. And, you know, they changed the menu a little bit, but not much. And I love places like this. First of all, my ex is an architect. And so he loved places like that because it's so great for architects to see places that have not been butchered over the years with either improvements or that even just still exist. Because in a lot of places like LA where we lived, I'm going to take my glasses off for a minute. When we lived in LA, when things get old, nobody repairs them. They just rip them down. They build up something new. And it's awful because LA had great, weird architecture. It had Googie architecture, which is that crazy kind of like maybe modern stuff. And it had a little bit of what's considered, it's pronounced modern. And modern architecture is very nautical. It's a lot of rounded lines. And like you can always identify it because it'll have things like porthole windows. And then the buildings will be round and there'll be a piece of chrome going through the middle of like asphalt, not asphalt, I'm sorry, like concrete building with like a piece of chrome going through it and like a porthole window. And that stuff's really rare. And it's so fun when you go on vacation to find these places, even if it's not your style, to be able to go there. And then if you're a person who likes vintage and likes to wear vintage clothing, it's like such a bonus to go someplace and look like you know, if you take the picture in black and white, it kind of looks like you might have actually been there back in the day. I love that. So I'm going to put the link to that website below, or not website, I'm sorry, Facebook page. It's a group, but I'm not monitoring it heavily. I've invited a bunch of people. Pretty much anybody that wants to join can join. I'm not going to be like a Nazi about it. Like, I know there's people like me who love to do that, who love to go out and like visit these places that are super nostalgic. You know, the only thing I'm going to try and avoid is I don't really like going places that were built like 10 years ago, but built to look like they're from the 1950s. And it's like, no, it's not the same. I mean, some of them are done pretty well and it's kind of cool, but they lack that real, I don't know, they lack that je ne sais quoi that you get with a building that has literally been there since 1920 or 1930 or 1940 or 1950 or 60 or 70 or whenever they were going for that, you know, aesthetic. And it's just like, it feels like the building has tales to tell. And I just love them. I love going to them. So I started this group on Facebook for people to post pictures from their vacations when they go to locations like that. If they know the location near them, they can, obviously I've posted a couple near me that I know of, that I've been to and that I like to go to, that have been around forever. And also with the pandemic, a lot of these places closed, especially the restaurants. We might lose them if we don't support them. So I'm kind of did this because I'm planning like, let's start gearing up for like spring. Maybe the pandemic will be under control. We'll have some more vaccines and we'll be able to go to these places. And maybe we can actually save them from going out of business. And wouldn't that be nice if we could find businesses that are kind of into our jam? So anyway, I'll put the link below and I'll see you guys in the next video. I am still working on the shirt. I was really sick yesterday and I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't even go to work, so I didn't work on the shirt. I'm probably going to work on it a little bit this afternoon, but I'll let you know as I proceed, and I'll let you know before I start the next shirt. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.